Discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas gon'
Awesome sauce! Hello, everybody. This is Awesome Sauce Radio with your mentally undeveloped party host, the Pimp of Pimps. One of the one who's the comic pimp. I hope you're having an amazing Thursday night. I'd like to start off by saying, Mother Nature, fuck you. I don't understand. It was 55 degrees yesterday. Now I'm under a winter advisory. Just like weather on the East Coast, I guess. I'd like to, before we get to the heart of the matter and bring the nemesis in, I'd like to thank some of my sponsors and give some shout outs. The first shout out and sponsor of the show is the Big Apple Comic Con. Big Apple Comic Con proudly returns to you November 23rd, this Saturday from 10 a.m., 7 p.m., New Yorker Hotel on 8th Avenue in glorious New York City. There'll be comic books and, action figures, art, all the collectibles. You can be there. Santa Claus is going to be there. If I see Santa Claus, I'm going to give him a smack across the face. He owes me a hooker from many, many years ago in a bicycle. But Santa Claus will be there. Howard Chaykin, the first guy to ever draw a Star Wars comic, will be there. You have Ming Chen, one of the comic book men. I shared Universe Studios.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, word from our good buddy Jason Mewes. Snooch to the nooch. Yeah. But for all your Big Apple Comic Con needs, go to www.bigapplecc.com. Tell them why I sent you. Me and my good friend Calamity Collectibles. eBay / Calamity_collectibles spelled with an A. We'll be with his house. He'll have a really great setup of comics. I'll have some merch there for sale, but I'll be getting interviews. The creator of the greatest comic book of all time for Underground Comics will be there, Larry Wells. The creator of Cherry Pop-Tart, Cherry Comics. I cannot wait, but if you want to get a really, really awesome variant, limited to 150 copies, go to Happy Comics, happycomics.com. You can get the holofoil reprint of Cherry Pop-Tart #1. Then they got the unsigned. I think it's going to say sold out after Big Apple Comic Con. You can get a signed version for like $100. They got metal, a chrome. They got a Seaman edition.
That's fantastic.
They have some great variants. HappyComics.com. Speaking of Larry Wells and Cherry Comics, if you're in the Kickstarter and you're in the sponsoring great independent comic book content on the Kickstarters, Larry Wells is doing Cherry #24. I think the campaign ends November 29th. As I saw when you want to go, choose just pledge and all that good bullshit. It's in your credit card will be charged November 29th. But Cherry #24, Kickstarter now. Larry Wells will be at the Big Apple Comic Con. You can get the reprint of #1 Cherry Pop-Tart, showing your ass, sucking dick, turning tricks. Yeah. You can meet Larry Wells at the Big Apple Comic Con November 23rd. Yeah. But speaking of good things happening in New York City, one of the greatest cities in the world, testify. On March 15th, 2025, at Stand Up New York on the Upper West Side, you can see Stormy Daniels doing stand-up. It's a one-night stand with Stormy Daniels at Stand Up New York. I said there's the website. You can get your tickets now. March 15th, 2025. Here are the greatest adult film star of all time. Yeah. One of them, anyways. Stormy Daniels. Yeah.
Inconceivable!
Just go to the Stand Up New York website and buy your tickets to go see a one night stand with Stormy Daniels. And listen to her testify. And of course, and I believe I'm at the right spot with my sponsorship segment of the show. If you want to get a lap dance in New York City, and when we bring Nemesis in, we'll ask him a question. But if you need to get a lap dance or go to a strip club in New York City, you go to the greatest strip club of all time, Flash Dancers. We can play the commercial, please. That would rule. Flash Dancers is where it's at. You can get a steak.
Hello, darling. Welcome to your new favorite club. You are a hard worker, so you deserve a good place to replenish yourself. Our bartenders will take great care of you, while our sexy ladies help spice up your night. Bring your friends, or make new ones here. Flash Dancers, come join the party.
If I do not get 6 inches of snow tomorrow, after I set up at the Big Apple Comic Con with my buddy Mark over at Calamity Collectibles, I may go to Flash Dancers tomorrow night for a pre-holiday steak and lap dance with my buddy Mark. Well, it depends, because Mother Nature's being a bitch. Testify. And of course, so in the holiday shopping season.
I'm glad you clarified that you wanted 6 inches of snow. So that's all I'm going to say. So.
Well, that's what she said. She wanted 6 inches of snow in her pants. Recognize. But since we're in the holiday shopping season, and we're getting ready for Hanukkah, which is the same day as Christmas this year. That's when it starts. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Life Day, all the holidays. And you want to buy something sexy for your significant other? You know how it's got great deals on all the great sex toys? Adam and Eve. Let's play the commercial and go to adamandeve.com for all your sex toy needs. Testify.
Yeah, you, come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore. Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code BITE256. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item. 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
Yeah. So go to Adam and Eve, buy that special, sexy, hot gift for your significant other. Spice up your life during the holidays. And of course, before we get into the heart of the matter, the greatest convention on God's green earth, the greatest convention all the universe, and even the multiverse is returning to Washington, D.C. December 6th, 7th, and 8th. That would be the Exotica Expo. So come on, let's have a ball at Exotica Expo, Washington, D.C. style, where you got porn stars, seminars, blowjobs, hand jobs, alcohols, marijuanas, ladies getting free on Fridays, all day, Friday, all the ladies getting for nothing, $0 and 0 cents. And it's just a great place to explore your kinky side with Chatterbait and OnlyFans, and the LoyalFans Spotlight section is off the chain with all the legendary adult film stars from current to yesteryear. So come on, go to exoticaexpo.com and get to Washington, D.C. on December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah.
Make that shit work. I make that shit work.
Damn right, because we are the Clit Commanders. The commanders of all Clit. Even if my AI can't help me find the clitoris, but that's another story. But maybe the next, my co-host, my man in the chair for the evening, maybe he knows how to get to the clitoris. Let's bring in a podcaster, writer, commentator, fellow comic crusader, the one, the only, David Nemesis Howard.
I am the commander. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we were all the commanders. I love that movie.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
I needed those laughs leading up to this, so good times. Good times.
Studio.
So
Yeah, like I said, without getting into all the nitty gritty, if everyone can please keep David and the Howard family in your thoughts and prayers. We would highly appreciate that. Just send him some positive energy.
It's one of those things. We all have those times, but thank you for the shouts out, and thank you for being my friend and making me laugh when I've had a time. So hey, it's all good, man. So
like I said,
Jason Roisman, I think that's his last name, says, "Yo, what's up, Adam? It's Jason, the amazing Spider Boy." So. And he also says,
I hope you're doing well in the new house, bro.
He says, where's Mr. JV Wheels? So he says, where's Wheels, Mr. JV? So
JV is Tuesday night, sir. This is Thursday, man, when we had the Nemesis on. And there may be a shakeup in the schedule coming soon, too, but I haven't made up my mind exactly how I'm going to work that yet. Just because I need at least 1 or 2 Tuesdays a month to accommodate doing stand-up comedy again.
Cool.
I finally found shout out to Comic Strip Live over in New York City in New York City, who has a great open mic night every Tuesday and every other Saturday. I guess their open mic night is you pay $14 in cash and then you get your time. Which, until I know people, or people I can bring in the audience who aren't going to purposely heckle me. So that means Al Mega is banned.
He would come and give you just complete shit. So.
Oh yeah, no, he was that since he says, because since he thinks he do roast comedy, I might just because since he likes to spread the rumor that I'm a cheap fuck and blah blah blah, I'll just pay the $14 to watch him do it in front of an entire audience.
I'll just tell you right now, he was talking to me. He wanted me to write like 15-minute roast bit for him, man. I was like,
he wait, maybe that would explain why when he did the roast thing for me.
Yeah.
And one night I just got week after week, he wanted us get 10 guests, and I was like, you know what? There was one night I was recovering from COVID. I was like, just do your thing.
Dude, I was telling him, I was like, man, you better prepare whoever it is you want me to write roast bits for you, because when I decide to start roasting people, I'm freaking just go flame on, man.
He had some good zingers in there. I know everything's kind of on semi-hiatus right now, but how are all your projects coming along?
They're going well. It's like we fulfilled on Phoenix Throne. If I had them pulled up, I've got 10 pages done for the new Space Monkeys. It looks freaking fantastic. It turned into something I was never expecting, where it is a satire about science fiction and everything, and an original science fiction story where I'm throwing in Mel Brooks and Star Wars and Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica and jokes about all of it, and throwing in jokes from Robin Hood, Men in Tights. And I actually have one of the Space Monkeys duck behind a screen at one point and say, "Excuse me while I whip this out." I do the whole thing.
That's what? When you guys are ready, let me know, because Space Monkeys is something I actually want to stock.
Okay.
And I also had a suggestion for Space Monkeys. When you guys are ready to start doing the whole thing with your crowdfunding and all that, you should throw in an option to have little plush Space Monkeys done.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do several different things. It's just a matter of getting it done, but it looks fantastic. The artist is really fired up about it. Not only that, I've been writing on the novels again. I'm writing on some short stories, and I started a new comic series, which is based in, I live in a part of LA called the Inland Empire, which it never occurred to me, but the Inland Empire is a great freaking name for a comic book setting, you know? So I am writing what I know. I went to a tough high school, which was 70% Hispanic. So I have a new superhero I'm writing called Elario, who is La Sombra de la Muerte, so which is the shadow of death. He gets killed and gets brought back to life by Santa Muerta, which is a whole Mexican thing about the saint of death. And he's going after drug dealers and all sorts, because where I live is all meth and motorcycle gangs and Mexican gangs. Okay. Yeah, so it is going to be funny and snarky and brutal and badass and entirely cholo like me. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be fun. So I'm doing that too. So.
All right. That's right. I forgot. LA is all meth now.
Yeah.
So one of these days, we're gonna wake up. We're gonna find out that the government decides to legalize cocaine.
I live out 50 miles east of LA, which is like right between LA and the desert. So like while we could get to the beach, if I drive east, I'm out there where you're lucky if you get oxygen. I mean, you're out there with all the people like the shit that goes down in the desert. We could like take a whole podcast where I could talk about just the shit I've seen out in the desert.
No, the couple of times that I drove from Vegas to California. Yeah. It's like I'm always with my friends who are driving. Like, please don't get lost. Please don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm New York City and East Coast, like suburbia, born and raised between those two areas. Yeah. And it's always like, please don't get lost. I don't want to die in the desert. I don't want to die in the desert here.
You know, I will say this. I was born in Palm Springs, and for the first year of my life, we lived in a place called Yucca Valley, which is every bit as exciting as it sounds. And maybe that's why I am the way I am. But my parents got out because, yeah, man, the desert is a weird friggin' place. So that's all I'm going to say. So.
All right. Well, before we get into the into the format for tonight, did you catch the final episode of Penguin yet?
I did. I did watch that final episode. So,
what are your thoughts on it?
I will say, now that I've watched the whole series, my initial, it wasn't a problem. It was my worry was that this show was going to do the thing that all these shows do, which is try and, like Wicked, which I know we're going to get to later for another reason, where they try and turn the bad guy into someone you root for and they're just misunderstood or something. This show said, fuck that.
No. The last 20 minutes, we can now spoil because it's been 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
That last, maybe 10 minutes to change of the fucking episode definitely turned that concept on his ass.
I was talking to a friend of mine from school about this show because they were watching it too, and he's like, he's not a big comic book person, and the first thing he said to me, he's like when the credits rolled on the last episode, he's like, fuck, he's like, I was rooting for Batman to show up there and beat the shit out of him. So like send him to the hospital with every bone in his body broken. I was like, yeah, pretty much. So.
Oh yeah, poor Victor. I you know what? He lasted a lot longer than I thought he was going to.
Yeah. But I was impressed. I was really impressed with how they tied it all up. I was impressed with I'm always one of those ones, like, obviously they took a lot of stuff from The Long Halloween and adapted it and took people from Batman the Animated Series, like Summer Gleason, who dies earlier, spoiler alert, and stuff like that.
She was the most annoying character in the Batman cartoon, so I had no problem with that killing her off.
Yeah, but it's a name you recognize, but as far as, taking that and adapting and doing something cool with it, I thought it was fantastic. One of my favorite Batman mob villains from, period is Sofia Gigante or Gigante. I don't know how you say that in Italian. But
Gigante?
Yeah. But in Long Halloween. So, I still would love to see them do like some big hulking woman, who's in the neck brace type thing. But for what they gave us, this was great. I didn't think it could top Gotham. Like, I like what they did, with that stuff in the TV series Gotham, but this one blew Gotham away. So,
nice. I was actually saying that with a friend of mine the other day, where the last time we had a really great Penguin interpretation was Robin Lord Teller in Gotham, and then this came along and blew that out of the fucking water.
Yeah, and I'll say, shit, I'm gonna lead the riot if Colin Farrell doesn't come back and is a bad guy for the Batman 2. So
no, I already read somewhere he's already got confirmed screen time for at least 5 to 6 scenes in Batman 2.
Nice. Yeah, he needs to be in that, and then he just needs to be behind the scenes, like pulling the strings. I don't know who like the main villain's gonna be, but I will say this: if this is the universe they're gonna set up, this is fantastic. In fact, in the sense that someone else said this, but I'll borrow it, is like the bad guys are actually bad. It's like they're
the bad guys are scumbags.
Yeah.
They don't have problems being scumbags. And once again, I also like the fact that they pulled with the letter that Sophia gets from Selena.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they pulled a little bit from Catwoman Letter Rome.
Yeah, yeah.
Which to me was always the unsung hero of that trilogy of books from Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think it sets us up great for the next movie. This setting I like. I mean, if they're going to go another way with the main DCU Batman, I hope it's as good as this. And quite frankly, I could see something like a Victor Zsasz in this version of this universe, which would be fantastic. So,
Oh yeah, like I said, we have 2 weeks before the unofficial start of the James Gunn DC universe with Creature Commandos. So,
I'm looking forward to that. So
I also want to thank. Did you hear what that the Henry Cavill Superman suit got destroyed?
I didn't hear about that. I saw him dress it up as some different people, but I didn't hear about that. So
basically, it got fucked up during they're using it for either rehearsals or rehearsals for the new Superman movie, and it got fucked up a little bit.
Damn. I mean, that's too bad. Yeah, it's just too bad. I wasn't a huge fan of that suit, but I still like it when they hold on to them and you get to see all the different generations of the suit. So.
Oh yeah. There's
I'm a trunks on the outside kind of guy for my Superman and Batman. So.
Like I said, this is a great start for Batman, and I'm unfortunately I'm just upset because my favorite interpretation of Superman in the last 10 years is coming to an end in a couple weeks.
Which one is that? Superman and Lois?
Superman and Lois. It's been really this season has been a fucking phenomenal.
I haven't been watching it. I just kind of been checked out on a lot of that stuff. And I just so happened to come upon the scene where, I don't want to spoil it, but it was a scene where he was in a diner and something happened. And I thought it was pretty fantastic. So.
All right, cool. But like I said, DC, I think, is making a comeback. And with that being said, we are getting to the first piece of what's on the format, which is
Forever People. There we go.
All right, you see, it's nice. It ties right into what I wanted to bring up, speaking of Superman and Lois. Because Superman and Lois, and this isn't that big of a spoiler. I mean, this can be dropped and you still enjoy the episode. Tom Cavanaugh played Glorious Gottfried.
Nice.
And Tom Cavanaugh is such a great actor. Not the rest of Reverse Flash. He was great as Ranger Smith and Yogi Bear. Tom and Mike Eats Snacks podcast is amazing. It was nice to see him back, and I kind of wish they brought in Glorious Godfrey in an earlier season because he did the role. He just chewed the scenery up.
That's great.
So there
That's
people
weird. Though.
What's that?
That's weird though. They're introducing that whole concept and the new gods and everything that late in the series.
I think they're playing more. They're playing more towards the Glorious Godfrey as the journalist aspect of it. The corrupt journalist. Aspect of it more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I have my ideas of where one of the characters is gonna go. But like I said, and it's not the Belanti or DC's fault. It was more on the CW's fault with the way the show ended. Because CW decided that they don't want to do scripted programming and blah blah blah. So I think we could have gotten like maybe 1 to 2 more seasons, all this stuff, if we didn't have such a toxic fan base sometimes.
Yeah.
And B, it's just the way that television is nowadays.
I also don't understand. I mean, this is a little bit of tangent, but everything. I was like a CW diehard for all of their shows for at least the first 1 or 2 seasons. I think the first 1 or 2 seasons of everything was really good. Stargirl was good. Supergirl was good. Flash was good. Arrow was good. What's it? Heroes of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow and Black.
Yeah.
Was decent. Black Lightning was the one show I really didn't care for.
Yeah.
Because I just never was a fan of the character to begin with.
But they just gave up on all of them and then started going off on just weird tangents, man. Or gave up. Like Swamp Thing, fantastic show. Introduced lots of cool stuff.
Swamp Thing had a lot more behind the scenes that fucked that up than anything else.
Yeah. But I mean, CW has a history of this. They did it with Constantine. It's like that show.
Constantine initially wasn't CW. It was on NBC.
Right.
And then the CW just picked up the character when it was done.
Didn't CW kind of get the Firefly treatment where it was like on air at different times and it was like they were airing the episodes out of order and
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that fucked it up too, but I think there's only so many times you can get kicked in the balls, except for myself, who doesn't have a problem with that, but that's another story. Go check out the channel because I'm not showing them live again.
The only show that I had to stop watching because it was too good, and I found it was kind of like Sopranos with me, was Lucifer. I was watching that show and was like vibing with Lucifer too much. I was like, man, this show's dangerous. I got to get out. I got to check out, man.
Lucifer was probably one of the. I mean, the cool thing now is you can just watch it all in one sitting on Netflix.
Yeah.
And Tom Ellis as Lucifer was just an amazing ride. But I can see that. But the Forever People #3 is the first appearance of Glorious Godfrey.
Nice.
And I'm surprised that some of these Fourth World comics don't go for more money. It's kind of like some of Jack Kirby's hidden gems.
I love though that it seems like DC is finally like going deeper into their roster instead of recycling the same things over and over again. I mean, granted, we have a cast of thousands in the new Superman movie, but we're seeing people in there I never thought I'd see live on screen. Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, it's like, that's fantastic. So.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to the new Superman movie. I'm looking forward to Creature Commandos, which I can't believe it's on a week away now.
Yeah, although, all right, you're better with the history of comics than I am. I'm one of those ones that kind of knows all the storylines, but I don't always keep up on all the other stuff as religiously. But Creature Commandos. Was it always called Creature Commandos, or wasn't it originally Frankenstein Agent of Shade?
I think it was initially called Creature Commandos.
Okay.
And I think Frankenstein Agent of Shade came up around the New 52-ish,
Okay.
possibly. And
Okay.
this is a corner of the DCU I'm not as familiar with as I am with other things.
Didn't they also have who stole what? You know, because it's always like Marvel and DC always stealing their shit. But I know Marvel had, besides the Howling Commandos that Logan was a part of, there was also, they had a version of the Howling Commandos that was monsters as well. You know,
With lightning and rain, feet of snow and pouring rain in.
That was just I know that was a miniseries called Deadpool and the Howling Creatures or whatever it was called.
yeah.
During one of those event storylines.
I know that they did something where they had the Howling Commandos and then like Blade was a guest star. Maybe it was the animation, and they went up against Dracula and some other stuff. I think it was animation. Now I'm thinking about it. So
Yeah, it was that Werewolf by Night thing, which is decent, but like I said, it's not my cup of tea.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to what's next on the hit list, man.
we have Stoned Ninja.
All right, so basically, because I know you're a big indie guy, I'm getting more and more indies. I met the curators at New York Comic Con at Retailer Day. Shout out to 409 Comics out in, I think it was Mississippi. But Stone Ninja Comics is a comic about Stone Ninja. So just putting it out there. It looks pretty sweet.
I like the vigilante look with the Stone Ninja gear there. So
Oh yeah, I mean it's got a nice look. Eventually I'm gonna have these guys on to try to get them a little bit more exposure.
cool.
Really, really nice group of peeps.
We need to hook them up with Blunt Man and Chronic. So
Unfortunately, Bloodman and Chronic doesn't do crossovers.
by the way, now that I'm saying Blunt Man and Chronic, I changed it enough so I didn't get sued, although I'd love Kevin Smith to bless it. But there are a Space Monkey versions of Blunt Man and Chronic, but the names and likenesses changed just enough in the new Space Monkeys comic. So
You know what? He wouldn't have a problem with it, even if you referenced it.
they are, I refer to them as the prophets of Leonardo. So
Yeah, he would fucking love that. You may even get him to write you a forward for the book.
well, I may have to, if you can help me get it to him once it's drawn.
Well, once it's drawn and everything, I can get it to Mike Zappick over at Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Shout out to Mike and Julia Zappick who runs Secret Stash. Love that place. Mike and Julia may or may not be at your guys' event with Santa Silent Bob on the 4th and 5th. That's just already a packed weekend for me, and I don't know if I can fit it in. And I don't know if I can spare make an extra $100 come up out of my ass as well.
Dude, if you got $100 coming out of your ass, let me know. I'll fly there. I could use $100.
You know what, man? I know a couple girls that could probably do that.
Probably. My wife might be upset about that, though. So
I don't know. In that case, maybe that's spending money to make money. I don't know.
she'll just look at me disapprovingly if I go for $100 in your ass. But if I'm going out of some girl,
No, she'll just be like, yeah, get all his money, get all the money that comes out of his ass.
But if I'm doing it out of some girl, then I'm going to be sleeping at your house. So rightfully so.
All right, so it'll be. Yeah, I guess you'll get the spare room with the cat. Okay.
Yeah.
You and Howard. But yeah, man, like I said, Ninja Comics, I just think it's a cool concept by a cool indie creator who we will be bringing on the show sometime in 2025.
That's awesome. Very cool. That Raptor boy looks pretty cool. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's certain indie comics I think that need more love.
Oh yeah.
But what is next on my hit list?
You have Watchmen Chapter 2, the Red Band trailer.
All right, man. Did you know that there was a straight-to-DVD Watchmen animated movie out?
I did not. Before we went live, you let me know that was out, and now I am gonna have to go hunting.
Yeah, part 1 is on the Max, which I watched last night. And if you're a fan of the original Watchmen by that crybaby bitch from across the pond, Alan Moore, Warner Brothers is using all my stuff in movies. Fucking who? I'm Alan Moore.
Damn! Look at Adam taking the piss out of Alan Moore. Good for you, man.
And Dave Gibbons. This is one of the greatest comic books of all time. This is what made me want to be a part of the comic book. One of the 2 things that in my youth that wanted me a part of comic books and filmmaking and everything I'm doing now for life was this, Frank Miller's Daredevil, and Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, I remember buying these off the stands as a kid. So let's play the trailer and then we'll talk about it because this really does look fucking great.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Yeah.
These days, it feels like reality is crashing down around us all.
Everybody's scared. You can feel it. You see this Rorschach guy? They finally caught him last week.
Hey, Rorschach.
None of you understand. I'm not locked up in here with you. You're locked up in here with me.
John left Earth of his own free will. Rorschach was caught committing murder. Where's the conspiracy?
It's not like Rorschach to just shoot someone. I can't help but wonder if he found any evidence that links all these events. 4 of us taken down. I'm terrified it's all connected and the worst is yet to come and I can't do anything to stop it.
Vigilante known as Night Owl entered the riot and freed suspected murderer Walter Kovacs, also known as Rorschach.
Now we need to put our heads together.
The end is nigh.
We really need your help.
You are going to try to convince me to save this world. This is where we debate Earth's destiny.
Holy shit.
Exposing this plot results in greater destruction.
Well, no going back now. If we don't crack this case, there may be no going back for any of us.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was all connected.
This all says war.
Oh, shit.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah, it's really well done. The voice cast it really well. Very more faithful than any other adaptation they've done before. To the original source material, which is sweet. I know back in the day, around the time of the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie, they did release a motion comic, but the voice casting for it was fucking horrible.
I remember that. So.
Yeah,
I don't know. You said something earlier. I think DC feels like it's getting back on track. Like.
So do I. I mean, they only put out 5 animated movies this year, and all 5 of them have been super quality. The Justice League Crisis on Earth thing was, phenomenal as well.
I think the only thing they put out that was kind of crap was that Joker Part 2. So,
everyone who has not watched the Joker Part 2, Lady Gaga gives a concert. Buy the soundtrack wherever you buy your music from, or go to the MGM Grand when Lady Gaga resumes her residency. which I don't have dates for, unfortunately, and I need to figure that out eventually, because I do want to see Lady Gaga live, because I'm not that much of a hater. She's a great artist and a great actress. But her as Harley Quinn, crap. Joker Part 2, crap.
She showed up in something, like her name showed up as, I can't remember what it is now, but her name is associated with something else. And I was like, what? Like, she's going to be in something else. And it was like something big. I want to say Star Wars, but it's not Star Wars.
No! Why?
I'd have to go look.
All right, let me ask you this. As someone who's a lifelong fan of sci-fi and comics and Star Wars and everything that's pimped out nerdism and nerdgasms aplenty, would you ever put Lady Gaga and Star Wars in the same motherfucking sentence?
No. So I don't know.
In years would I put those two things in the same fucking sentence?
Hold on. I gotta go.
We're professionals. We're going to Google this shit.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga in the night.
Oh, that's what it is. This is the one. And this is why I was like, what? She's going to be a small part in season 2 of Wednesday.
All right, you know what? That actually makes sense for her.
It depends on what they do with her. If she sings, if she just acts and is like some weird, that'll be cool. But if she has to show up to sing a song from her new album, I'm going to be like, ah. So.
No, hopefully they let her go, because people don't realize that Lady Gaga can't act.
Yeah.
Watch that movie she did with Ryan Gosling, which the title I'm blanking on. Watch Sin City: A Dame to Kill For. Watch American Horror Story. The lady can act. It's just when they try to let her, oh, let's get Lady Gaga to do a cameo and sing a song for her next CD.
Yeah.
Nah. That's when they got poker face.
Well, it's like what everybody wanted. And I'll admit, she's got the look, but everybody wanted Taylor Swift as Dazzler. I'm like, if all Dazzler's going to do is sing in the background, I guess. But it's like, can Taylor Swift act? I don't know. You know, so.
Not everyone can be Madonna.
Yeah.
And most of Madonna's movies sucked more dick than a prostitute in 42nd Street. Testify. But the one movie of Madonna's I like, because it's on YouTube for free, that I haven't watched since I was a kid, is Who's That Girl?
Yep. All right. Good man. I showed my wife and daughters that for the first time like a month and a half ago. And they're like, really? I was like, believe me, this movie is so stupid and funny that it's great. You know, it's just fun to watch.
It's so ridiculous, but it's so 1980s.
Yeah.
Because that was at least 87 or 88.
Yep.
And it is so over the top and ridiculous, it's hysterical.
Yeah, with Murray the Lion and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that movie. So,
oh yeah, like when Madonna's first checking out of jail for first time, and they're like, Ripstick Red,
yeah,
Leather Jacket Black, and it's just so hysterical.
You know another movie that's like that? I don't know if you'll like this, but I like this movie because it's so ridiculous that I think it's funny. Just turn my brain off. Hudson Hawk with Bruce Willis. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Sandra Bernhardt's in it. Bruce Willis, a couple other people. It's just totally over the top, but it's pretty good. So,
all right, I'll definitely have to check it out. But you know, what is next on the hit list, man?
We have Hasbro decided to make a mistake and and make it so that they provided some education on the internet for a bunch of children and made some collectors very, very wealthy. So I will put this up and let you talk about it.
Put this up. This comes to my good friends over at Adult Video News or ABN Media Network.com. See you guys in a couple months. But Mattel.
Mattel, I'm sorry, I said Hasbro.
For the new Wicked movie. and someone in your office put the wrong website. And you didn't go to the Wicked movie, you went to Wicked, the Legacy porn website.
Why do I think that's so funny? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm actually, this is the coolest fuck up I've ever seen. And they caught it in time, thank God. Imagine if they didn't catch this in time.
Oh, but they didn't. I mean, they did, but they didn't because a lot of people bought these at stores or got them shipped to their house, and it's on the back. So it got out there, you know?
Oh, yeah. So, Mommy,
Yeah.
what's this Wicked on the website?
You know, if Wicked was smart, they would do the front of their site with like some of their actresses dressed up like the characters from Wicked.
You know what? I think that, you know, Mattel was just really super embarrassed. And to all my friends, whether you're in the West Coast, on the East Coast, in Middle America, I am not the guru. I know everything. Just because there's a porn thing in an action figure doesn't mean I necessarily have it right away. I got more phone calls asking me if I had the Wicked Barbie dolls, or did I hear about pornographic Barbie? And at first, like, wait a minute, Wicked did a Barbie porn parody? This is like a year or two way too late.
We all figured that the minute this went out, like the Blind Adam signal went up in the air.
Yeah, it's like, what? Is there like a Blind Adam? There was like a Blind Adam signal, like the bat signal,
Yeah,
flashing across the city and shit.
You launched into action. You got in the Atomobile over like blazing out. So.
I thought about going to all my Targets, and then I called like the twos closest to my parents' house.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not worth the time, the energy.
Oh,
like $20 an hour to hire some kid to drive me around, the cost of gas. Even though they're still going for decent money on eBay.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, if you Google it, you can go on eBay and check it now. I think they're between $60 and about $150. But I don't know why any studio did not, when Barbie ruled the world like a year ago or 2 years ago now with Margot Robbie. I don't understand why some studio didn't do a Barbie porn parody.
You know why? It's probably because they get sued into oblivion. And who is it? Is it Mattel that has Barbie as well? Or is it Hasbro?
Yeah, it's Mattel.
Yeah. They sue everybody for everything, and they don't even care if they win. They just try and put you out of business. It's like Disney. You know,
so they're kind of like Disney.
Mm-hmm.
With
Barbie.
I know Disney lawyers who now hate Winnie the Pooh and Willie Steamboat Willie the fucking Passion.
Yeah. And it's only with Barbie. Like everything else, they could give a rat's ass. But Barbie, they protect.
Well, that's because Barbie's the golden cow. Without Barbie, they don't have a company.
Yeah. So,
if I was thinking a Barbie porn parody, I would cast Blake Blossom in it with the quickness.
I could. I don't know if I should say this online. I may have to say it offline. I'm just thinking of lines with Ken. So there's a lot of good stuff there. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, my mind's in the
Ken, where is it? Where is it, Ken? So, Ken is unendowed.
Like I said, they put money on the bay, so.
Oh no.
We've lost it.
Barbie, the quest for Ken's schlong. So.
Well, we're trying to figure out, what prices of recalled action figures on eBay. Better Thanksgiving meal, turkey or ham?
I like turkey, so.
Nah.
I don't mind ham though either. I'll eat them both. So, I'm a turkey fan. I love the turkey drumstick still, so I always go for the drumstick. One of the best parts about going to Disneyland is that even though the mouse charges you an arm and a leg for it, you can get like a whole.
Boy,
You
better
get a
take all your fucking money, Dave.
yeah,
Oh boy.
you get a whole turkey drumstick and walk around and eating it. So I live for that. No, I like turkey. So, but
One of these I have to go to the one out in Anaheim. I've been in the one in Florida a couple times in my lifetime, but I haven't had the pleasure of going out to the one in Anaheim yet.
I've never been to Disney World in Florida, so I really have no comparison. So I had heard that until they made California Adventure and everything, that Florida was like superior to Disneyland in every way, which I kind of believe. But you know, California Adventure is cool and everything now, and I still don't think it's the same as Florida. You got so much more space there, and Epcot. I would love to see Epcot and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to get to Florida,
Florida,
again.
it's a state of nothing but amusement parks and nursing homes.
Yeah. Last time I was in Florida was in the 1990s, so I don't know if I'm going back anytime soon. We have one last story about, and I don't know this one, a Kansas law firm. So
this just comes to XBiz, and this is basically the, I guess something to do with age verification bullshit laws, and they can sue, or something can be sued, or some jack-off lawyer and Tits McGee, and I'm just, can we please stop with the whole war on porn? Porn is never going away. It never has gone away. Whether you want to stop, no. Selling your ass has been around since the days of the Bible.
The whole porn addiction things, and porn is shrinking people's brains.
Bullshit. Yeah, wait. I'll ask you this. What do you think is worse, porn or social media?
Social media.
All right.
Hands down.
We're all so worried about porn addiction and how porn is stuck up families and kids, and porn is dead, porn is the devil, and blah, blah, blah.
My opinion is you can get addicted to anything.
Yep.
Absolutely anything. And that addiction is bad. And that all of that is on the individual to recognize that in themselves, and those around them help them to kick it if they have a problem. So,
anything in life, good or bad, is it because the number one thing in your life is not a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get addicted to working out. I know someone. I remember someone. This is like going back almost 30 years ago now, maybe a little longer. When I was in a psychiatric hospital back when I was like 19, 20, I met someone who was addicted to water. He had to have some health aid regulate the amount of water he would be allowed to drink during the day at one point.
Most people get ridiculous about hydrating, and you could die from drinking too much water. So, believe it or not.
Yeah, so anything and everything can be addicted, and I think we just it was like, because no one wants to learn from like Ben Franklin, and Ben Franklin was a motherfucking pimp. That's why he's on the dollar bill and shit. But he said everything in moderation is a good thing.
Well, and the other thing is like, if people, that's what they want to do, then hey, that's on them, man. So who am I to tell them what they can and can't do? So
exactly. I mean, one of the things that the American Constitution guarantees everyone is liberty in the pursuit of happiness.
The only thing I have ever said, I had this, I don't know, this is weird. I had this conversation with someone else like last week. It was like about, e-thoughts, OnlyFans girls and stuff. I was like, that's cool. Just so you understand that eventually you're not going to be a 20-something anymore. You're going to be a 40-something. And all that money you're raking in now, you're just going to have to understand that there may be consequences for it later on, or it may influence your later life, and just understand that and be cool with it. So, it's like,
oh yeah, and one of the things I don't know since we're both in our 50s, which is a blessing to anyone who's dreading getting older, is I was just starting to realize that everything has consequences, good, bad, or indifferent, and I think the more as time goes on, the more I realize that nothing lasts forever, good or bad.
absolutely true. And the other thing is that I have come to the biggest I have come to realize, being in my 50s now, is that I own all of it. You always see those things like, if you could go back and change your life, no, because I'm happy with who I am and where I'm at right now. And if I screwed up if I changed something in the past, it's like, so you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do dumb things, embrace it, be who you are, learn from your mistakes and move on, because you only get one go around. So,
and like I said, I was watching The Butterfly Effect, and then I was like, you never know what that one butterfly you step on, what the domino effect that would be if you went back and changed the slightest little step.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll give you an example on my life. I got screwed over at West Point, got held back a year because of something that wasn't my fault. I got sick, and that's a whole other story. But anyway, went through hell because of it, had to do basic training twice, a bunch of shit. But if I had done that, I never would have met my wife. I never would have had my kids, the whole thing. So would I change getting screwed over by the Army and then not have my wife, possibly not have my wife and kids? Screw that. No way. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I got into a big back in 95. I managed and kind of owned a comic book shop with two people who probably never should have been in the industry to begin with. And they told someone who's just starting to go blind, somewhat mentally ill kid, hey, we can't really afford to pay you, but you can get anything you want in the store. And yeah, I'm gonna admit, I got carried away. No harm, no foul. I had the maturity of a 2-year-old at that point in my life still. Going for a lot of shit. No excuses. But when I changed, getting fired and getting kicked out, and it becoming a big mess for about 6 months back in 95, I wouldn't change up for anything in the world, because I never would have went to the final psychiatric hospital I went to. And then I never would have gotten the help I needed. I never would have went to college, and I never would have become the comic pen.
Yeah. So
everything in life matters, no matter how insignificant, I guess, is the lesson.
Yeah. And it's all a journey. So
yeah, it's not the destination, it's the journey that counts. It's the lessons you learn. The people you meet along the way. The things
I will say this. If I could tell myself not to jump off things and do some of the stupid stuff I did as a kid, where I'm feeling it now every morning, I might do that. So.
Yeah, I tell myself, the one thing if I could go back and tell myself something, is don't believe those stone sex. I'd go back to like the early 90s at my grandmother, God rest her soul's house at the time. I saw the phone number on the commercial. I called it, and I think I told myself, don't do all the other sex you want in the world, but don't do phone sex because it's all bullshit. Amazon, stop.
You'll appreciate this because you'll probably know most of these places. But when I was younger and was at school back at the East Coast, I would jump off anything or swim across anything on a dare. So I swam across the Hudson River at West Point in February.
Damn.
I jumped off the God, what's the bridge that goes the Tappan Zee Bridge into the Hudson?
Whoa. Yep. You jumped off the Tappan Zee?
Yeah. I jumped off. Huh?
I said, hot damn, bro.
I jumped off, and that was in winter. I jumped off after I did, for money, I got paid a lot of money. I did naked ballet in the quad of Smith College in Amherst, and then ran and jumped in the river in the middle of winter.
Shit.
Yeah, I did a lot of stupid stuff, man. So
Yeah, man. But that's how you learn and you grow. And
yeah,
you see, there are mornings when I wake up, it's like, oh fuck, I'm feeling my age today now.
yeah. That's why I could never run for politics, because somewhere there are pictures of me doing that dance, and then earlier that evening I was in drag at Smith College. So
Yeah, when you're like, yes, Mr. Howard, and we see you're running for mayor of your town.
yeah.
Can you explain this picture of you doing the nude ballet, please?
Well, you see, it was a phase. So
Oh yeah. But last but not least, if you had to choose between one of these three cartoon songs to get a lap dance to, what would they be? The choices are Josie and the Pussycats, Paw Patrol,
oh no.
or My Little Pony.
Oh Jesus. That just feels wrong.
I was gonna play Step in the Wall 3, and I was like, I'm trying not to get striked right now.
I would have to go with Josie and the Pussycats for several reasons, including the fact that what is her name? Something Lee, who played Josie in the movie, was friggin' fine as hell in that movie. So
I'm actually buying a copy of that used off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I'm trying to restock some of my my physical media selection, because it's got wiped out at the last couple of shows a little bit. But
sure how to help you with that.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, that's her name.
Yeah, just I still haven't seen that, and I did have a Rachel Cook and Rosario Dawson in it as well. So
yeah, that's right. It's Rachel Lee Cook. That's her, and Rosario Dawson, and then what's her name from? She plays Mel. So or not the drummer. Whatever the drummer's name is? I can't remember. I'll tell you. You know what the best part?
I'm actually buying it on DVD because I've heard how horrible this movie is for years, and the trailer didn't look all that bad.
I like it, and the music's not that bad. And Seth
I've
Green,
listened to the music on it a couple of times throughout ever since I gotten A music. I'm saying it that way so the device doesn't go off.
The very first scene in the movie, they take the piss out of NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys with a boy band. And Seth Green is one of the lead singers in the boy band. And the name of the song, I could probably find the video pulled up for you right now because it's still out there.
Yeah, let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, it's called Backdoor Lover. So
that sounds like such a porn fucking title if I've ever heard one.
It's supposed to be. But I'll tell you, the damn song is catchy as hell. So here we go. This is the opening scene from Josie and the Pussycats. I'll put this version on. So
let's do it, man. Check this shit out.
Boom. Here we go.
Boom shakalaka, yo.
Oh my god! I don't care what you want. I don't care where.
I got all the trading cards and all the CDs and all my gears from my clothing line. Couture.
Oh my god!
Like brothers.
Oh,
Look at them.
this is awesome sauce.
This kind of love is wrong, but you know it's so right. One of my hands across your piece because it's something right.
This is great.
Leave the light, baby, and unlock your back door. Waiting out to love you for sure. Lying on your bed, staring up at the moon. You got me crazy, gotta love you soon. I'm your bad
Coming from behind when the lights are low.
This is fucking great. This is.
We are here exclusive on the tarmac as the band du jour heads off on their world tour a year ago.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Actually, I'm still stocking this because this looks awesome. I'm gonna see if this is on Prime later too.
It's funny, and it's just the whole show. I think people that don't like it don't understand the whole show is just taking the piss out of like MTV and TRL Live and all of those
Yeah,
things.
so this came out in like 2001, I believe, or 2002.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's basically was the music scene back then.
yeah, like
MTV.
everything about it. Yep, it's hilarious. I mean, and it's got Parker Posey is in it. Eugene Levy is in it. So,
Oh wow!
yeah,
You know, Parker Posey was in a very underrated Superman movie, by the way.
yes. She played what's her name?
She played
Lexus-
Lex Luthor's sexy assistant.
Yeah, Tessmacher. No, that was
No, she wasn't. That was Valerie Perrine. You know, I need to check in with her personal assistant to see how her health is.
yeah.
I
So
mean, if anyone wants to cry their eye, wants to watch a sad story, it's a documentary on Valerie Perrine called The Ari.
Hmm.
And because she has Parkinson's,
Oh,
like it's
that
really
sucks.
bad.
I will say this, not to change the subject, but if you ever want to get me on a superhero nerd rant, I still believe that Superman Returns is a great Superman movie, and it gets dissed by way too many people because I really enjoy that movie, and I think that Kevin Spacey was awesome as Lex Luthor. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I just think Kevin Spacey, because of his the scandal that happened,
yeah,
I like it, but it's not my favorite interpretation of Luthor of all time. Which to me, just like with Mark Hamill as the Joker,
mm-hmm.
I still think the greatest performance of Lex Luthor is animated, not live action, by Kyle C. Brown.
Well, that goes without saying. I think that goes without saying. Clancy
And
Brown.
the weird thing is that that's not him doing a voice. I met him at New York Comic Con.
Yeah,
That is his fucking real voice.
Clancy Brown is just a badass because he also played Zim in Starship Troopers and a bunch of other awesome things. So,
Yeah, he's also speaking of current events, he was also Sam Maloney in fucking Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
He's also, because I met him because he was there at New York Comic Con with Starship Troopers,
Mm-hmm.
and he was also there for fucking SpongeBob.
Oh, that's right. Who's here at SpongeBob?
I forget.
Oh man, yeah, he's great. Yeah, I mean that goes without saying. The Lex Luthor on Superman and on the animated series is just straight out pimp, man. I mean he's just a smooth mother effer. So.
Oh yeah, Michael Cutlitz is playing him in Superman Lois.
Mm-hmm.
He is doing a bang up job to a point where this Sturgeon Luther is just vicious and mean and vindictive and petty.
All right, I have to ask this question before we go. In no particular order, who are your bottom 2 portrayals of Lex Luthor?
This is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm going to go with, he's not at the bottom of the list, but Hackman's at more on the lower end of the list for me for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's maybe because he was outstaged by Terrence Stamp in the second movie.
So
when I think of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, I don't think of Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
It's Neil before Zod, motherfuckers.
I still have to go, for me, the bottom 2. And depending on what day you catch me, it depends. But I think, no, I'm not going to be that nice. The bottom, next to the bottom. So last from the bottom is John Cryer.
Really?
Yeah. And the absolute, but he's not even close to the absolute bottom of the barrel. And that is whatever that guy's name and whatever that was in Batman versus Superman. So.
You know what? Yeah, that was the bottom of my list. And I forget the actor's name, but the portrayal of Luthor was so, over the top and so so campy and so stupid.
Yeah, it's not even. I don't even think it's his fault. I think it's.
Oh no, I think he was trying to do. Unfortunately, the one stain, and it just pisses people off. I think you need to be pissed off at this point. Because I didn't need not to watch a 5-hour cut of your crappy movie, Zack Snyder. You're a fucking hack. You suck. The best 2 things you ever did was that zombie thing you did. And then you did The Watchmen was decent. Everything else, I mean...
I like 300.
Yeah, I forgot he did 300 for a minute.
I don't know.
But some of that stuff in the Snyderverse, which does have some good points. Affleck as Batman is the bomb. No, Henry Cavill's Superman was tolerable. I didn't think it was the worst thing I ever saw. I didn't think it was the best thing. Justice League kind of just sucked. I'm sorry.
How'd you feel about Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman?
They're in the middle of it. That's only because the first act was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That Wonder Woman 1984 with let's turn this into a semi-comedy with
I wanted to like
what's
that
her
movie.
what's her face is Cheetah.
Yeah, and I wanted to like that movie so much, man. And I was so looking forward to Wonder Woman versus Cheetah. God, I love Wonder Woman versus Cheetah as a matchup fight. I mean, God, I wanted to like that movie, but Gal Gadot.
I don't know, Melissa McCarthy as Barbara Minerva / Cheetah just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Well, I kind of felt at first the same way about Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, just because I think she looked good as Wonder Woman. I like the look and everything, but I would have preferred. I prefer my Amazonian women to have a little junk, be a little thick, So I wanted I wanted her to look like a proper Amazon, like I know that she's persona non grata at Disney, but can you imagine if it had been like Gina Carano as Wonder Woman? So
that would have ruled.
Mm-hmm. It would have been badass. So
actually, people don't realize, but she actually had a minor role in the first Deadpool movie, Gina Carano, and it's pretty decent.
Yeah, she was what's her name? Ajax's assistant, right?
Yeah, she played Dust.
Yeah. She's the one that kicked Cyclops in the balls and all the other stuff. So
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, man. I'm ready.
All right, I want to wish everyone in the Howard household a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to coming back on Thursday nights after Thanksgiving. So I thank you for being a part of the Awesome Sauce Radio family. And like I said, I'm with you. You're in my thoughts and prayers. Like I said, if you need to talk, I'm always here for you. I love
Thank
you. To your son, the one little thing, the Nemesis's son is getting married in a couple weeks. I offered to throw you a bachelor party, and I offered to almost do it for free, and you say no?
Hey, I didn't say no. My son said no. So
Yeah, I know.
I put it out there, but he's being a good boy.
All right, I'm busting chops right now, but congratulations. But Mazel Tov on the upcoming, marriage.
Thank you.
Uh,
on top of everything else that's going on too, which is blowing me away. So
Yeah, but to everyone else, I know the holiday season's upon us. I know 2024 has been a shit year for a lot of people. To anyone who's struggling right now, just remember it does get better. No one has said that they love you today. I love you. If you need someone to listen to your problems, I'm here for you. Just reach out to me on social media. The X at the Comic Pimp. I'm not on Sky Blue yet, or whatever the fuck that is, but I'll get on there eventually. Instagram at The Real Blind Adam. Mini vids. If you need to yank one out. / Blind Adam. eBay / Blind Adam. I will be relaunching the eBay store soon. Whatnot. Comic Pimp VIP. Maybe bringing the SoundCloud back. I'm not sure yet. I got a couple other things in the works. And want to give a shout out to Melissa, my new executive assistant, who will be starting with the company on December 2nd. Melissa, I can't wait. We got a lot we're going to get done because we're going to kick ass, take names, pimp whores, game name. Remember, you don't have to have a vision. I love you all. Blind Adam out.